using Google Sheets to record data and graph it. So here we have data taken over an 8-month period to measure rainfall. Okay, so obviously this could be used for many other experiments. Okay, so your data, make sure you keep it in separate columns and cells. Okay, so yeah, this is our y-axis here. Okay, this is what we observed, and then on your other axis, your x-axis, okay, this would be the variable. Okay, yeah, so make sure you keep them separate, separate cells and separate columns. And Google Sheets will automatically pick the column on the left to be your x-axis. Okay, and every other column to the right of that will be on the y-axis. Okay, yeah, and it'll also choose what's above the range. See, here's our range here from B5 to C12. So it'll also choose the headings above our range here to go into our axis as well. Okay, so let's graph this. So you select it. So it's selected there. Go Insert and Chart. And it brings up a basic linear chart like that. Okay, so we'll do this one for now. Okay, and we'll do another one then. So over here, the chart editor is open now. Okay, here's all the other charts you can choose. And in Setup, in Customize, right, we want to change its style. Okay, so here's all the main things we can do. So in Chart Style, we will start to make it look better now. Okay, so I'll give it a background, and we'll go down to the title. So Chart Title, this is at the top here. And this is what it says: average rainfall, yeah, per versus months. That's fine. We'll make that bold. You can change the font and do all that type of stuff. Okay, I'm trying to keep it short and sweet. So there we go, and we will drop down now. We'll choose our vertical axis. We'll make that bold and make that a bit bigger too. Yeah, then we'll drop down again, do the horizontal. Okay, so it's starting to look a bit better now already. Okay, now don't forget to close down the windows as you're doing it. Okay, so we've done this. Now go down to Series. Okay, and we can change the line to different color and so on. Okay, now this is important here for this one, and that would be the data labels here. Okay, so now we can clearly see at what point on the graph our measurement was. Okay, so I think that's very important to get that in. We want to get in as much important information as we can. Okay, trend line. No, we don't need trend line for this one. Okay, so where are we now? Let's close that up. Series. Grid lines and ticks might come in handy for this one. So along the horizontal axis, we can have major ticks. Yeah, okay, we can leave them in. And on the vertical axis here, we can put in some minor grid lines like that. And I think now it's not too cluttered. It's looking good, and it's definitely much better than it was. Okay, so that there is a linear way to represent our data for rainfall over 8 months there. Now we'll do another one. Okay, so our data is still selected, or is selected now again, and we'll go Insert, Chart, and this time we'll change our setup to be a column chart, right, or bar chart. Now, what we want to do here is go to Customize, and we'll give it a different background this time. And I think for bar charts, 3D is important. Like, it's there, it looks great, and definitely worth doing. Okay, and yeah, we can edit again all of the headings and titles to make them centered and bold, and just like I've done before. And don't forget what you want might be some extra lines in there. And we want to put in our data too. So in series here, drop down to data labels like that. Okay, and now it is just as good as the one we've done before. Just not fully edited yet. Now, you can also put in extra data on top of these. So like this one that I've done already, where I graphed the number of hits with a hammer against the distance that the material moved. Okay, so this here is a test that we do in materials, in technology and engineering, and whereby we hit our material that's in a vise. So we hit it with a hammer and we measure how much it moves each hit. So therefore we can determine how tough the material is. Okay, so yeah, so here we have 3 types of material, all graphed against each other. So we have mild steel here, and copper here, and aluminium here. And these are just extra columns that were brought in for when we did our insert and chart, like so, and then was edited to look like that. Now you also might want to, for this one, you could add in a trend line if you liked, like that. I think a trend line on top of the scatter points isn't bad. Okay, so you don't want to clutter it too much. You see the way data now clutters it too much there. Okay, so there you go. I hope this helps you.